Hi, this is Steph with Belladonna Dyes, and today we're going to make a big beach bag. For this project, I decided to turn it inside out. I thought it would just be easier to line up all of the seams, and also that way the pocket would be on the inside and I wouldn't have to contend with that. So like I said, you just want to line up all of the seams, and I felt like if I followed the natural pattern of the way it was sewn, so by tucking in these pleats at the bottom, the whole thing would just come out a lot better. We'll see if that worked out. Well, I think that's as good as I'm going to get it. So I decide where I want the center of my spiral to be, and I give it a little pinch, and using the microwave splatter guard and hemostat, I'm going to create my spiral. So I click down my hemostat on the first click. It does not need to be overly tight. You don't want to tear a hole in your project. And then give it a couple of twists. And then using my opposite hand, that's what's actually creating the spiral. And then I go as far as I can using the microwave splatter guard, and then I unclick the hemostat and I hold down the center of the spiral and gently wiggle it out. This material is a lot stiffer than working with a regular t-shirt, but just stick with it, you'll get it done. Now I'm going to secure this project by using my second favorite rubber bands, and yes, you can find a link for them down below in the description box. And after I get a couple rubber bands on, I'm going to pull on all of the loose tails and tuck them into the nearest rubber band, creating a nice tight spiral. Next, using a washable marker, I mark out my pattern. Now it's time for the fun part. We get to add the dye. And for this particular project, I'm doing a 2-line spiral, so 2 lines of each color. So I'm going to add the dye in pieces of the pie directly across from one another. You may notice that I have more than one project in this container. This is going to be a Muck ice dye, and what Muck dyeing is where you let your ice water melt and then the project just soaks in that muck water, in that melted water. And it looks really terrifying, but I'll tell you, don't be afraid. You just want to set your project aside, set it and forget it, and trust the muck. So it creates like dark lines throughout your project. I don't know how it works, like why doesn't it just turn black? It doesn't. It looks like it's going to, but it doesn't. And it's just a quick and easy way to get things done. You don't have to fuss with racks and all this and that. You just put it in a container, throw some ice on it, and let it do its thing. I like to muck dye. It's really fun. Next, I give the project a quick little sprinkle of soda ash for good measure, and I cover the project with ice. And you want to add enough ice to where the project is completely covered, but you don't need to go crazy. Your item doesn't need to be floating in several inches of muck water. And then you want to cover it and batch it for at least 24 hours after the ice melts. And see what I mean? That looks pretty scary, but just trust the muck. Trust me, it really works. So now it's time for the rinse out, and obviously I'm rinsing everything all at once, but we're just going to focus on the bag for now. So you want to start by using cold water to rinse away any soda ash that might still be reacting within the fabric, and then increase your water up to hot and rinse until the water runs pretty much clear. From here, I take it to the washing machine, and I usually do 2 hot water cycles using Kirillon. That's a professional textile detergent that I get from Dharma Trading Company. And then I do a third and final hot water cycle using Millsoft. And Millsoft is a professional fabric softener that I also get from Dharma. And the links are down below in the description box to make it easy for you to find. And then I'll put it in the dryer and I'll iron it, and we'll come back and we'll see the results. Well, here it is, guys. Here's our big beach bag after it's been washed and dried, and I think it turned out fantastic. I love this bag, and I really do like this color combination for making rainbows. I think it turns out really pretty, and you can refer back to the tank top dress that I just showed. I think it has a little bit more yellow in it. The yellow disappears on me. I just don't have luck with it. But this is Bella wearing it outdoors, and just try to envision her with a matching short sarong. It didn't make its way back from Hawaii, and sadly I did not photograph it before it left, so oh well, you're gonna have to use your imagination. But you notice those dark lines that are running through the rainbow, the spiral, that is from the Muck ice dyeing. See? It's not so scary. I think it turned out great. So what do you guys think? Please leave me some comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up, and click the bell and set it to all. That way you get notified of future uploads. And remember, have fun tie-dyeing.